Is she crazy? Even CNN Lefty agrees Kamala is playing a poor political game over alleged DeSantis call. Now, she lied. She pretty much lied about that call. She said she called DeSantis to see if they needed any help for the hurricane, and he didn't pick up her call. DeSantis says that that's not true. He never received. She don't know. He don't know who she called, but he did. She definitely didn't call him. And even President Joe Biden came out and said he talked to DeSantis. He even gave DeSantis his personal number, and DeSantis is doing a wonderful job. Even he directly saying the exact opposite of what Kamala Harris is saying pertaining to DeSantis. So this is crazy, and this is another reason why I believe that Joe Biden is done with these political games. He's done with the Democrat Party. He's done with Kamala Harris because of the coup that they waged against him. And this further shows that because, again, he said the exact opposite of what Kamala Harris said pertaining to DeSantis. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. We're going to play the clips. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account. Follow me there as well. All right. So let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from the American Wire News from... what's the author's name? Vivek Saxena. And he reports that CNN's lone conservative commentator slammed Vice President Kamala Harris for lying about Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, a Republican. As previously reported, Harris fumed on Monday after DeSantis allegedly refused to take her call about Hurricane Helene. Helene. I found out I've been pronouncing it wrong the whole time. Quote, you know, moments of a crisis, if nothing else, should really be the moment that anyone who calls themselves a leader say they're going to put politics aside and put the people first. People are in desperate need of support. Let me just play the clip here for instead of me reading it. Here we go.
President, Governor DeSantis, NBC is reporting Governor DeSantis is ignoring your calls on hurricanes, resources, and help. How does that hurt the situation here?
You know, moments of crisis, if nothing else, should really be the moment that anyone who calls themselves a leader says they're going to put politics aside and put the people first. People are in desperate need of support right now, and playing political games with this moment in these crisis situations, these are the height of emergency situations, is just utterly irresponsible, and it is selfish, and it is about political gamesmanship instead of doing the job that you took an oath to do, which is to put the people first.
And we know that was absolutely a lie. Nothing could be further from the truth. Again, even Joe Biden himself said that he talked to DeSantis and even gave DeSantis his private number to call to if he needed any help or any resources. But later that evening, CNN's Scott Jennings excoriated her for being the one practicing political gamesmanship. So let's play that clip here. Here we go.
I mean, she's attacking the governor of a state that's about to get lashed with one of the most historic hurricanes we've ever seen. Is she crazy? He did not ignore her call.
She was
He did not
talking,
ignore
just to
her
be
call.
clear, she was talking broadly about the politicization of the storms.
I think she was talking about Ron DeSantis.
What is she talking about? There she going in the Cape, going in to save Kamala Harris. No, that is not what she was talking about. She literally was talking about Ron DeSantis ignoring her calls and putting politics before the people. That's exactly what she was saying. What is she talking about? The mainstream media loves to go in and defend these lies.
DeSantis, he did not ignore her call. And in fact, according to what I've read tonight, he actually spoke to the president of the United States.
He did
Joe
speak
Biden.
with President Biden.
And he has said time and again that he and the federal government are working well together. So who here is politicizing this?
Yeah,
Right?
I hate to agree with Scott on anything, but I agree. I agree in this case.
I actually agree with you that there's too much disinformation, misinformation, or things that are not factual swirling about the hurricane. I actually think the facts are bad enough. When the storm came ashore, Biden was at the beach and Harris was raising money. And that was on September 26th. On September 27th, we had devastation in North Carolina. It wasn't until October the 2nd that the president mobilized the military, and it wasn't until the 5th that they mobilized 500 search and rescue out of the military. So I think there's two things going on. The immediate impacted people and what they need and what they can get. People need to consult their local officials and governors about that. But there is a conversation to be had here about spending priorities, yes, and also about presidential decision making, which in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of Republicans, were really, really slow.
I think you're totally right about spending priorities. That's a big conversation. Hopefully one day we will have that conversation.
Thank God for Scott Jennings being on CNN, the one lone voice on CNN to speak out against their bullcrap. Man, I don't know how they gave him that. I don't know how he ended up with that job, man. But even fellow commentator Jay Michelson, a left-winger, agreed. He said, yes, I hate to agree with Scott on anything, but I agree. I agree in this case, he said. I'm from Florida. I grew up in Tampa. Tampa right in the track right now. A lot of friends of mine have been evacuated. Others are kind of hunkering down, and I'm no fan of Ron DeSantis, but he is doing what a governor should do. Wow. Others have also slammed Harris over her political gamesmanship. I told you everything she does is projection. I did a video earlier on her calling Trump weak after this man got shot in the face and he stood up and said fight, fight, fight when gunshots were going off, and she called this man weak. Again, it's classic projection. She's the weak one. But Erickson said, with a Cat 5 storm headed to Florida, Harris is attacking DeSantis for political gamesmanship for not taking a call DeSantis says he has no knowledge of. If Harris, who has zero authority over hurricane disaster relief, did call DeSantis, that would be political gamesmanship. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why would he take her call anyway? He needs to talk to the president, not the vice president, who's not in charge of that. Later during the same broadcast, Jennings also took a swipe at Biden-Harris administration for its slow response to Hurricane Helene. He said, quote, when the storm came ashore, Biden was at the beach and Harris was raising money, and that was on September 26th, he said. On September 27th, we had devastation in North Carolina. It wasn't until October 2nd that President mobilized the military. I mean, that's all true. But then it goes on to say here, they talk about DeSantis. As DeSantis, he personally rebutted Harris's attack during a Fox News appearance late Monday. So let's play that clip here.
And we've been laser focused on leveraging all resources available, including from the federal government. And I've been in touch with both FEMA and the president, as well as marshaling all our state agencies and working to support our local communities. And so for Kamala Harris to try to say that my sole focus on the people of Florida is somehow selfish is delusional. She has no role in this. In fact, she's been vice president for 3.5 years. I've dealt with a number of storms under this administration. She has never contributed anything to any of these efforts. And so what I think is selfish is her trying to blunder into this. No. And here's the thing. She has no role. No, she has no role in this process. I'm in contact with the President of the United States. I'm in contact with FEMA director. I'm obviously managing all our state agencies. We're supporting all our local government. And I will say this. I've had storms under both President Trump and President Biden, and I've worked well with both of them. She's the first one who's trying to politicize the storm, and she's doing that just because of her campaign. She's trying to get some type of an edge. She knows she's doing poorly, and so she's playing these political games. I don't have time for political games. I've got people whose lives are on the line. I've got people whose homes and their possessions are on the line, and we are focused 100% on that mission. I'm not worried about playing her political games. And so she is being selfish by trying to blunder into this when we're working just fine.
Facts. Like he said himself, you heard it from the man himself. He's talked to Joe Biden. You know, he's been dealing with Joe Biden. He's been dealing with Trump during these natural disasters. Had no issues or anything like that. And he don't know where basically she comes off saying these things. I wish I had the clip of Joe Biden and what he said, but he basically echoed everything that Ron DeSantis said. It's only Kamala Harris out there playing these political games. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.